And just like that, we're back again. On the previous video, I think I couldn't actually really get to say goodbye to you guys, and I do apologize. I have to apologize here because I really am not in the business of it, into the edits. I think as time goes by, I am very, very sorry. Okay, you have the goodbye here, but we're back again. This is your favorite discourse diva. If this is the first time you're coming across my content, please do subscribe, comment, like, and share. If you're a regular diggler, you are coming back, I appreciate you, and like, comment, and share, please. In Vanessa Tetengai today, what I really want us to delve into has been the hypocrisy of the reaction of black men towards the Epstein files. And I know it's very late, and because all of this happened at the beginning of this year and but it has been something that has stuck with me for a very, very long time. And I'm not sure if it's just my For You page, especially on Twitter. I've been seeing a very heightened level of children that I'm seeing from different parts of the world, from Sudan, from Somalia, from this. I've been seeing literally so many children, Philippines, the works, children that are pregnant. Abantwana, talking about children, you can definitely say, but they just got their first period. At most 12, 11, 13. Children. And this is across all sorts of African countries as well. Nigeria being part of it. So many. And it was really, really, it's just been so interesting to actually see a heightened, and them actually not blinking. And them not even blinking, it's just oh, okay. And just shrugging it. But they were the first ones to be oh, it's always, abelungu, they're like this. Dun. But look around you. I actually want to start with Sudan. Sudan is really insane. Because currently, by genocide. On our profiles, we have Free Sudan. But kuyo yonke lonto, they are finding time. Amadoda are finding time. Mama badlwengule abantwana. Nigeria, bandits are doing the most. They are focused on South Africa because obviously they took money from that place. Kuyo yonke lonto, they are finding time ukudlwengula abantwana. And I also want to take it here as well. There is still episode ka Cutting Edge where they literally explored into ukutwala. Ukutwala being a child being taken out without their consent. Well, even if it was with their consent, they're kids, they cannot give consent. Without their consent to go and get married to an older man. These were very, very young kids. As young as 11, as young as 12. The parents were usually also into it. Ibisenzeka apha. And whenever you bring these up, black men are going to say, oh, but it's Sudanese men. Oh no, it's Islam. There's always an excuse, but it's always a man. There's always an excuse, but it's always a man. If it's not going to be Islam, it's going to be, oh, none of this is in the Bible, blah, 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 blah. This doesn't count as Christianity. If it's not that, then it's going to be culture. People have always done this. This is how our culture is. Don't. So now, why Epstein files do you feel shock? Is my question. Why are you feeling shock? Why are you feeling shock? Why do you want to actually make this look like it's a race thing when in fact the proof is in the pudding? If you look around, it doesn't look like it's a race thing at all. It looks like it's a gender thing. When are we actually getting into that? When are we getting into that? Wine is shocked. You guys have done a lot of things to actually, like for instance, look at how men fight to actually sleep with abantwana abana 60. Old ass men in their 30s fighting tooth and nail to sleep with abantwana abana 16, because at the end of the day, that's the age of consent. If tomorrow the age of consent could be dropped to 12, the age of consent has not even been dropped to 12, but literally, if you go to the hood, if you go to the rural areas, you go anywhere, we're having that problem. So, or Epstein go ban. Because when I look around, I see a lot of them. I look and I get on the internet for, and then guess what? I see Sudanese Epsteins, Nigerian Epsteins, Congolese Epsteins. And now that I'm actually touching on Congo, I remember there was someone that freed men from jail in Congo. Around as a Congo now, but we have free Congo on our profiles because abantu base Congo by genocide. Guess what those men did? They ran to their nearest female prison and bafika badlongela abantu pha. Again, I ask, what was so shocking was a files zika Epstein? Because any woman, any black woman was not shocked. Yes, as it was not shocked at all. This isn't that we have seen. This isn't that we know are actually happening in our communities that people don't actually speak about. But I really was very, very, very shocked at black men acting like that towards the Epstein files, as if they even themselves don't have friends that are frequenting high schools. Well, you are chasing 40 and you have a friend that's frequenting high schools, and this high school kid sometimes gets in your car because niyafuna pumeni nonke, and none of you are actually calling each other out. And whenever women actually do call this out, it's always a matter of, oh no, she's jealous of you, blah 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 blah. So what was shocking? I truly want to know, from ukutwala, from e-child brides that we see all over the continent, what was shocking? Was this going to be more palatable for you if they married them against their will, so that ubekwi territory oyiqhelileyo? What was shocking? Because I see no difference. I see no difference. It's sad, every day. It's sad, I'm not going to lie. It makes me angry on so many things. It's gotten me angry at even people that jokingly say, what is this? Oh, I can't believe feminists fought for this. Like, I'm angry at people that even say that. Like, that just really gets on my nerves. There are children that are not offered a chance to even go to school. There are Afghan women that have needed to actually stop their careers because of the Taliban. And you are out here talking about, I cannot believe this is what the feminists fought for me. It's gotten me so mad. It's gotten me so mad. And I really sat and I thought to myself, Landa and the Epstein files. It just happened to be on an island. If bebenikwe power, black men would also do it. We clearly see it, because every time you have power, you are here conspiring with horrifying parents, may I add, because their parents have a lot to play with this. Horrifying parents to buy kids. because ukuthwala kukuthenga umntana. And there are some parts that are still doing that up in South Africa. I know that. Cutting Edge exposed it, involved the police. There was a very, like, a decrease. So much so that, like, people are able to even, like, report whenever they actually see such a thing. But I can assure you that it's still very much being done, because there are lots of parents that shouldn't have been parents. That shouldn't have been parents. Lots of those that are selling their kids. There was another one that BBC was actually covering, and it was like a man that was selling abandoned Abakabai too, and he was literally, I was just annoyed at the fake tears. I was just annoyed everything, because you have sons and you have not actually sold them, but you're selling the 2 daughters. And it was from an Arab country. I can't even remember. Like, there has been an influx of me seeing so much, and I was like, so much for the Epstein files, when literally men of all walks of life are doing the exact same thing. And if they had money to have an island, they would do the same thing too. They would do the same thing too. So I really want to know, what was the outrage about? If you're not going to be outraged at Sudanese men doing the same thing, you're not outraged at Congolese men doing the same thing, you're not outraged at Nigerian men doing the same thing, you use it as a gotcha whenever you are going back and forth with them over some nationalities clash. So you know that it's happening, but you're not bringing awareness, you're not doing anything, you're actually waiting for it to use it as a clapback. Innocent children's lives are being ruined, and you guys are using it as a clapback, and you guys are feeling shock at Epstein and the Epstein files. That will be it for today, for this video at least. But it is something that you need to reflect on. It is something that you need to reflect on. Of course, there are people that are going to get in my comments and deflect. I am actually waiting for that. But Epstein are everywhere for anyone to see.